All right, so now we're going to continue with compound interest. We're just going to look at individual problems. So it's not like that whole chart where we're doing every single one of them, but we're going to look at it based on what we are given. So we still have, I just rewrote the equation so that we have that as a reference. So we deposit $9,000 in an account. So my initial value, my P, is going to be 9,000. All right. In an account that pays 1.46 annual interest, so my R is going to be, remember we moved that decimal point over to the left too to change it into a number, not a percent. So it's going to be 0.0146. So lots of numbers right there. Find the balance after 3 years. So my T is going to equal 3. When the interest is compounded quarterly, so quarterly means my N is 4. All right, so let's go ahead and do the setup. My amount in my account is going to equal my P, my initial value, which is 9,000, 1 plus my rate, which is 0.0146, divided by my N, which is 4. And then we're going to raise that to the N times T. So 4 times 3. Okay, so now we go ahead and calculate that. We use our calculator. We do 0.0146 divided by 4. Then we're going to add 1 to that number. Then we're going to raise that number to the exponent of 4 times 3, which is 12. And then we're going to multiply that by 9,000. So we're doing inside the parentheses, then the exponent, then the multiplying. So my final amount is going to be 9,402.21. All right, so this is my final answer for that one. Okay, so it's a lot easier than the one before because we're only doing one of these compounded values. All right, so next one, we deposit $8,600 into an account. So my initial value, my principal, is $8,600. That pays an annual interest of, so my R is going to equal, move that decimal point over 2 to the left, 0.0132. Find the balance after 6 years. So my T is going to equal 6. Compounded monthly. That means my N is going to happen how many times per year if it's monthly? 12. All right, so I go ahead and I set this up. My amount in my account is equal to, okay, and then it was P, so my starting amount, 8,600 times 1 plus, and then it says R divided by N. So my R is 0.0132 divided by N, which is 12, and then I raise that to the N times T. So 12 times 6. So that's going to equal, all right, so I take my calculator and I'm going to do 0.0132. I'm going to divide that by 12. Then I add 1 to that number. Then I raise it to the exponent of 12 times 6, which is 72. And then I'm going to multiply by that by 8,600. And now my amount in my account is going to equal $9,308.41. Okay, on to the next one. We've got, you deposit $5,000 in an account, so my principal is $5,000. That pays 7.15% annual interest. So my rate, my interest rate is move that decimal point to the left too, 0.715. Find the balance after 4 years, so t equals 4. If my interest is compounded quarterly, so my n is going to equal 4. So the amount in my account is going to equal my principal, my starting amount, $5,000, 1 plus my r divided by my n, so 0.0715 divided by my n, which is 4, raised to the n, 4 times t, 4. So that's going to equal, so I take my calculator, 0.0715 divided by 4, and then we add 1 to that, then we raise it to the 4 times 4 is 16, then we multiply that by 5,000, so we get $6,638.67. All right, and that is that for this question. All right, 2 more questions to go, I think. Yep, 2 more questions to go. So we deposit $3,000. So my principal starting amount is $3,000. That pays 8.2% annual interest rate. So my rate is 0.082. Move the decimal point to the left 2. T equals 7 years. Semi-annually means it happens twice per year. So n is 2. So my amount in my account is going to equal 3,000. 1 plus my rate, which is 0.082 divided by n, which is 2, raised to the n times t, 2 times 7. So that's going to equal, all right, so now I'm taking my calculator. I'm going to do 0.082 divided by 2, add 1 to it, then we're going to raise that to the 2 times 7, which is 14, so raise it to the 14, times 3,000. And that equals, oh, so that was a great interest rate, 8%. $5,265.40. All right. Now on to the last one. We deposit. I think this might be the exact same one as the first one. Hold on. Let's check. It is the exact same one. All right, so that's it. We're done with only 4 problems, okay? So that's it for this one. I won't make you do number 5 twice.